From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good morning and happy Monday. I'm student meteorologist Pham here with your Monday afternoon forecast. As we went through this morning here at Beaver Stadium, we were looking at really rainy conditions. Eventually that rain began to move out by around 9:30 or so. Watch this cloud deck though. This is actually kind of cool. You can actually see the cloud base begin to move up and up and up, and eventually you can see parts of Mount Nittany here, and it's actually starting to become exposed as we head into this afternoon and into the evening hours. Current conditions here sitting around 50 degrees or so. Notice that their western zones are actually sitting much warmer. Johnstown, although it's higher elevation, is actually much warmer because we are seeing much sunnier conditions. Where we have a lot of cloud cover, well, our temperature is sitting only in the low 50s, potentially 40s. Allentown sitting around 49 degrees. And so when we go to our radar and satellite, you can really see the clouds begin to move off eastward towards the Atlantic coast, and behind it you get dry air to filter in, and the sun begins to come out and warm the ground temperatures. So right behind the system, though, we are seeing another system that will begin to move east-northeastward, eventually into our region, producing a much more precipitation, which we'll see in the next few days. Future weathercast here will show you the timing of how all this is going to come out. Tuesday afternoon and into the evening hours, the rain will begin to move eastward into our region, and eventually that rain could become heavy at times, especially during the morning hours. And in the afternoon, we could see a brief lull at times, although the rain will begin to pick back up into intensity Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday, when we might see a squall line potentially move through and potentially some gusty winds. Look at our temperatures, 42 degrees by the time we head into Wednesday morning. This is because of that front that will eventually move through with the low pressure system exiting eastward across the northeast. Potential rainfall total amounts could reach upwards of 3 inches, could be even more, especially if we get the rain to line up over the same regions over and over again for a long period of time. So actually you could even see more significant amounts, especially here, places like Johnstown, where you could see upwards of 3.5 inches, especially if you get some terrain enhancement and squeeze all that moisture out of the atmosphere. As we head into the extended outlook here, notice that there will be a low pressure system that will be developing off the coast, but will quickly move out into the Atlantic coast. And behind it, you get a northwesterly flow bringing in much colder air. You could see some snow potentially mixing in with the rain. This time, the rain is not going to be too widespread in nature, although it could be much more scattered. Again, the cold air is going to allow for the snow to potentially mix in at times, especially during the nighttime hours. Heading into Saturday, our conditions will begin to clear up, although there will be still a chance of some scattered rain and snow showers. But again, low pressure begins to move out. We get a ridge to build in just to our east. Now, I want to take you up to our upper air heights, and this can tell you what our temperatures are going to generally look like for the next few days. Heading into Thursday, this bowling ball of cold air, this pocket of cold air will eventually move off eastward out of our region, and you get this ridge to build in behind it. Once you get downstream of the ridge, basically ahead of it, you can get a high pressure system to develop. You can get some really nice conditions ahead of the ridge. Notice here on Sunday, the ridge begins to continue to move, and the high pressure system will eventually linger heading into Monday. And so this is really key for areas, or for anyone who's trying to see the eclipse here in northwestern Pennsylvania, where we might see really favorable conditions as high pressure should be over our region, although we are still a week out, and so things could still significantly change. But for tonight, rain showers are expected to continue with the light southeast wind, 46 degrees, much warmer than it has been much warmer than it really should be for this time of year. Heading into tomorrow, though, 50 degrees. Temperatures won't change too much as we get the really potent rain showers and potentially a rumble of thunder in the morning hours as the rain begins to really come down, potentially heavy at times. Winds much gustier tomorrow, 10 to 15 miles per hour from the southeast, gusty upwards of 25 miles per hour. And heading into your 7-day outlook, we're looking pretty active this week. Again, snow showers might mix in Thursday and Friday as we have the cold air filter in from the northwest. But eventually, once the system begins to move out, notice the temperatures here, much warmer, 50, potentially hitting upwards of 60 degrees in our warmest areas on Sunday with much sunnier conditions. I'm student meteorologist Pham. Have a great Monday.